Hello everyone. Today just wanted to talk about hope, right? It's important to have hope in our lives. It's important to be hopeful, to have some type of idea of how the outcome will play out better, or we'll get better results if we try harder, if we do more. But this all could play into the hands of a narcissist. So that's when it starts to become dangerous, because then we start to look at the relationship that we have with them and the way that they treat us, and hoping that they'll change, especially after the whole love bombing phase is over with, and then it's the devaluation phase and the gaslighting and the putting you down and all these things. So you start to think, oh well, I remember how they were in the beginning, so there's hope that I could get that person back. And the one thing you have to realize is that person never really existed. That person was a complete illusion. That person was made up to get you, to entrap you. So the more that you start to run away from the truth of who they are, the longer you'll be stuck in this toxic relationship. So hope is a good thing when you have it for yourself to achieve certain things, but it's not always a good thing when you have it for somebody that has a personality disorder that doesn't have the ability to change. That's why they call it a personality disorder, not a chemical imbalance or anything of that nature. These people will not change. The only thing that they'll change is their partners. So once they either got what they need from you and they're ready to move on, or they're bored from you, bored of you, and move on, they'll just drop you like a hot potato. So the thing that keeps you hope, there is hope. You hope that they'll change. You hope that they could become aware. Even if they're self-aware, it doesn't mean that they aren't who they are. So their natural defense mechanisms will always be there. They're working from a lower brain, the reptilian brain, which is, fight or flight or freeze. So this will not change, because anytime they feel a threat, they're going to react the way they're going to react. Them being self-aware is not going to make them pause and go, oh, wait a second, how I think and feel is not right or real, and this is not how I should treat them. No, everything is with them is living in the moment with how they feel. So you having hope that they'll change and get better is your projection onto them. Remember, when they start to treat you badly, that's their projection onto you. So you'll never change any of this stuff. The only thing is you'll just waste more of your valuable, limited time in a world of shit, because nothing ever gets better with them. If they cheat or they do something wrong and they want you back, of course they'll treat you good again for a short period of time. That's the breadcrumbs. And then you go, oh wow, it's like, oh, see, they do love me. Remember, they can't love you either. There's no such thing as love. Everything is transactional with them. Everything is conditional. That is not love. Even when they're infatuated with somebody and they're fantasizing with their, fantasy and idealization, that's the closest thing that they could think of as being love, because that's what they've learned from watching movies and TV and other things. Because remember, a lot of their feelings are cognitive. They're not real feelings, especially when it comes to empathy and remorse and love and kindness and caring. Everything is pretty much an act. It's sad to say, but this is just the reality of things. And when we could start to really accept things for what they really are and who they really are, then you could start to heal after you let go and move on. But if you don't let go and move on, you'll never be able to heal, because this is like a looping type of reaction that they have. So whether it's making you feel loved and then hated, and there's a book called I Hate You, Don't Leave Me. It's about borderline personality disorder, but this is all clusterb stuff, so it's very similar anyway. So you having hope will just keep you stuck. Remember, when you're looking at their actions and how they treat you, take it as the truth. Don't put your projection onto them with your hope that the good person will come back, because that person never existed. All they wanted to do was maintain some type of reflection of your goodness in them, and then once the mask falls off, it's over with. That person never comes back because that person never existed. The only thing that keeps you stuck is hope, and your hope is you projecting your goodness onto them, and that doesn't exist. It's the brutal truth. I have people in my family like this. I've had friendships like this. I've had relationships like this. These people have gotten older, but they have not changed. So it doesn't matter if they go through some shit themselves with other people, or they actually meet a narcissist themselves. Things don't change. Remember, just them being aware does not change their personality disorder. It's unmalleable. You can't do anything. Neuroplasticity does not apply to this. And you thinking that it does is giving you this false hope that's going to keep you stuck. So, just think about all the stuff that they've said to you, the bad things, the gaslighting, the manipulation. A lot of that stuff is their projection onto you. You staying there and getting abused and having hope for them to change is your projection onto them. And the longer you stay stuck in that mentality, the longer you're going to be in this type of environment and relationship. Once you could really accept it for what it is and you can't change it, you will move on. It's just like holding a snake or a scorpion or something, and until you let go of it, it's going to keep biting you. And eventually, if you don't let go of it, it's going to kill you. And that's what ends up happening. And it doesn't have to be a physical death. It's emotional death, where you feel like your soul has been just ripped out of your body. And then you feel you're just lost and you don't know who you are anymore. So the best thing that you could do is see the signs, take everything for what it is. As you learn who they are and how they are because of their mental illness, which is a personality disorder, then take it for what it is and stop projecting your hope or injecting your hope into them, because it's not going to cure them. Your kindness does not cure them. All right. Hope everybody's doing well. I know the holidays are coming where it's a little more difficult for a lot of us, but stay strong, stay hopeful that you'll get out of this, and then you'll be able to heal, and you will, because if you're looking at this video, you're already on that road towards that goal. All right. Thank you, everybody. Take care.